For civil, we check for whether there is any undulation, we check for any chips and cracks, we will check for tiles that are hollow. So this is what we check for civil. We also check for doors and windows. There is something called a weep hole in a door or a window in a sliding door. Now this helps the water leave when it rains. If it is blocked, then this will fill with water and the water can come into your home, right? And also there is something called a brush felt. Now this is a small thin felt that is attached on the inside of the sliding door. This prevents air from flowing and whistling at a very great height and also prevents dust. For plumbing, we check whether your shower unit is working properly, whether your plumbing fixtures are working properly. There are certain interesting cases where we found where when you open the shower faucet, you have water leaking from a dado. When we open the water closet, we see that the shower runs. So these are all different things that we find because there may be an error on part of the plumber doing this works. Most importantly, apart from these things, we also check whether there is any damp spots. Now we use a thermographic camera which identifies whether a particular spot on the wall is damp or not, right? Now this could be by using a thermographic camera because it shows a difference in color. But we also use this in conjunction with the moisture meter to make sure that that is actually a damp spot and not a spot that is just cool in nature. Then safety. We check whether the distance between the balustrades are maintained, whether the height of the balcony wall is sufficient as per the Bureau of Indian Standards and National Building Code. We also check whether the slope in the balcony is okay, whether the water flows out in time so that you don't stand in your own puddle of dirty water when you're taking a shower. For electrical, whether the ELCB is working properly, because if there is somebody who is about to get a shock, if it doesn't trip, then you're entitled to get a shock, and that is something that is not required or that is not desirable. Whether line and neutral are in the right order, because if this is not done, then you can have something that is charged and potentially get a shock. We check for area as mandated by RERA. So we do this using a laser measure and our own way of measuring, because the footprint of the inner walls are also considered, but the open balcony is not considered, right? So as mandated by RERA, we check all of this.
Please like, share and comment on this video, and do not forget to subscribe to MBTV.